Greetings, and welcome to today's episode about in-text citations. What are in-text citations? Well, in-text citations are included for any data, statistic, research, or quote that you use for your paper that came from somewhere else. It doesn't matter if it came from Wikipedia or the President of the United States. It needs to be cited, even if you put it in your own words. Failure to do so, and you run the risk of committing plagiary, which is a serious offense and can land you in a heap of trouble. So let's look at some ways in which you can avoid that pitfall, shall we? So, we know that if we use data, research, statistics, photos, or quotations from another source, then we need to include an in-text citation. But how do we do that? Well, the first thing to make sure of is that you are housing the data, statistic, or quotation in quotation marks. This lets your reader and your instructor know that this is outside information. It is also a good idea to write an introductory phrase to denote where the quote came from. For example, if you use information from an article written by John Smith in 2003 that states that global warming is affecting the polar ice caps, then you would write something like this. According to Smith, parenthesis, 2003, parenthesis, comma, quotation mark, global warming is affecting the polar ice caps, quotation mark, parenthesis, Smith, comma, 2003, parenthesis, period. I know that it seems redundant to have Smith twice in the sentence, but it is better safe than sorry to oversight than to undercite. If you are putting it into your own words or paraphrasing, you would want to let your reader know that Smith stated that polar ice caps are melting and receding due to global warming, parenthesis, Smith, comma, 2005, parenthesis, period. Notice that the in-text citation is always the last name of the author and the year that it was published, separated by a comma and housed within parentheses with a period after the closing parentheses. This is important. That period should be taken out of the quotation and extended to the other side of the parentheses so that the in-text citation is included in the same sentence as the quotation. Even though we mixed up the order of the words in the sentence for that paraphrase and added our own words in there, it is still Smith's idea, and therefore it needs to be cited. Like I said earlier, when in doubt, cite it. It only takes a second for your instructor to enter a suspect sentence into Google and see that it didn't come from you, and that spells trouble. There is a more comprehensive instruction of how to cite under the module section of the Student Support Services Canvas site. So I encourage you to take a minute and look through those modules so that you can become very familiar with in-text citations because you'll be using them a lot. Similarly, you can also go to Purdue OWL's website and they have a plethora of information on in-text citing. Lastly, there are several online citation engines out there that will give you the in-text citation of an online source to make it easier on you. But it is important for you to double check the citation because even computers can make mistakes. If you have any questions or would like me to walk you through this process, then please stop by my office in room C201B at the Napier campus Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., and Fridays from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., and I can assist you with this. I hope that you learned something today about in-text citations, and stay tuned for tomorrow's episode where I will be talking about reference pages for APA. Have a great day, and happy writing.